on the environmental threat of e-waste metals in Greater Sydney, Australia. Electronic waste, or e-waste, includes any item with a battery or a plug that the consumer wishes to discard. E-waste consists of all the materials that make up the device, unless taken apart prior to disposal for various reasons, such as upcycling or recycling. In Australia alone, over 60% of e-waste has ended up in landfill. Electronic devices contain various hazardous constituents such as lead, mercury, copper, aluminium, and many more, which can cause major health issues in humans, animals, and the environment as it breaks down in landfill. As seen in Figure 3, these metals, or mixtures of metals, make up over half of the e-waste materials present. The direct impacts to humans include cognitive issues, cancer, Alzheimer's, osteoporosis, or internal organ damage. Alongside this, there are indirect impacts to humans, such as water contamination and soil contamination, which can lead to lack of clean drinking water, and impacted sea life, animals, and crops, which humans use as food sources. While everyone is vulnerable to the impacts of this for the reasons mentioned previously, however, research has shown that the most vulnerable group are children due to their developing bodies. Consequently, this will impact them as they grow and become the next generation of adults. In Sydney, there are a few measures that have been implemented to mitigate the problem of e-waste. Some of these include recycling stations for smaller items such as mobile phones and smartwatches that measure up to 11 centimeters wide. These stations are often found at shopping centres, libraries, and other community facilities. Otherwise, collection services, which is where Recycle Smart or the Sydney Council go door to door upon booking and collect e-waste from small businesses or families. However, following the COVID-19 pandemic and the worker shortages, this has temporarily been paused. Otherwise, the Sydney Council hold quarterly events at various locations around Sydney. Unfortunately, these have also been paused for the same reasons. With all of these options available, only 17.4% of e-waste is actually being recycled into these options. Because of this, an inquiry into consumer behaviours must be considered. According to research, the following conclusions have been determined. Consumers prefer to buy cheaper, typically non-branded products, which usually, as confirmed through research, have a smaller lifespan, which means they will go into landfills sooner. Consumers admit to disposing of e-waste because of the complexities behind the recycling programs, and in cases where an electronic device is in working order, consumers will dispose of the item and replace it with the latest upgrade. Based on the consumer behavior findings, a solution moving forward must address the complexities of e-waste recycling programs, as well as motivate customers to correctly dispose of these items. These solutions may include creating a virtual forum questionnaire where consumers can answer a series of questions about their products they want to dispose of. The results will generate the best possible way to dispose of that product safely. Next, manufacturers of products could include information on how to dispose of the particular product purchased at the end of its life. Or there can be an increased awareness of the impacts of e-waste to consumers, or otherwise, partnerships between retailers and recycling programs would be very valuable, especially those that offer incentives for new products when an old item is recycled.